Okay, Sarah. We need to talk. What in the world are you doing? I told you to clean the shower today, didn't I? You don't expect me to use that filthy bathroom, do you?
I'm sorry, Adriana. I had work until now. I had to stay back and work overtime.
And what does that have to do with me, huh? That seems like poor organization on your end. You haven't even made dinner for me. You're a terrible housewife. We might need to hire a maid at this rate. And guess who'll be paying?
I apologize, but you have to understand. I work a 9 to 5, just like everyone else, and sometimes there's more to do than expected. So it'd be great if you could find something easy to make in the fridge and have it if you were needing dinner. I'd love to help out to the best of my ability, but it's not always that easy.
Excuse me? I am sick. Thank you very much. You know this, Sarah. And you expect a weak old lady like myself to cook my own dinner?
Sick? Oh, are you talking about your pollen allergies that you were complaining about this morning?
Why are you saying that as if my allergies aren't a major annoyance? Stop treating me like I'm inferior to you.
Huh? I never once said anything like that. But you do realize we have tablets in the cupboard for allergies. I think it's better if you took those rather than complain to me about it.
I don't know how you react to allergy tablets or whatever, but I get very drowsy when I take them. That's why I will not be taking any. But I can't just look after myself when I keep sneezing and coughing. My whole face feels awful.
I'm sorry, Adriana, but I don't know what you want me to do about it.
You're enjoying treating me like dirt and throwing me away, aren't you? Look, just hurry up and make me my dinner and clean the bathroom. I want to go to bed early tonight.
Right. I'll get right onto it.
Adriana, what have you done? Why are all of my belongings outside in all of these cardboard boxes? Oh, right. Did I forget to tell you? Your sister-in-law, Allison, just came back, you see. You've met her before, right? But she's pregnant right now and is planning on having the baby at a local hospital. So she'll be living in this house for the time being.
Right. That still doesn't explain these boxes out here. I did hear that Allison was coming into town with her husband, but I didn't know she was going to live here.
Well, I had a talk with her, you see. And she told me that she needed as much space as she could as she was having a hard time during her pregnancy. So we decided that we need you gone to accommodate her needs. She is my daughter, after all.
Wait, what?
You can't just decide on something like that without asking me first. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not my daughter, Sarah. I'd feel bad for the baby as well when they're born if this place was filled with people. I'm sorry. I'd love to accommodate everyone, but there's only so much I can do. And it's a very important time for my daughter. Please understand. This is for Allison's sake more than anything.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but did Allison really say that?
You really think I'd lie to you for something like this? I can send you proof if you want it. This is all for Allison's sake. You understand, right? If she's going to stay here, that'll mean her husband Steven will be here too. And if we add a newborn baby into the mix, I don't think there will be enough room for you, dear. So please, you're going to have to find another place for now.
Wait, hold on! Did you ask Lachlan about this before you went through with it? There's no way my husband would be okay with me being kicked out.
Yes, I asked him too, and he was fine with all of it. Why would I go through with such a big change without anyone's permission?
Wait, you're joking. Why would Lachlan be okay with me being forced to leave? Why would he do that? I can't see him just betraying his own wife like that.
Anyways, look. I need you to leave for Allison's move into this house to be as smooth as possible. I'm sorry, but I'll always prioritize my own children over anyone else. So get all of your things and leave by the end of today. Do you understand?
I see. If that's how it is, then I'll be leaving tonight.
Good. I don't want to have to deal with your poor hospitality ever again.
Hey, Allison. So, I'm guessing you talked with your mom about the whole situation? Sarah, what's up? Sorry, I don't think I know what you're talking about. Was there something I missed? Huh? Oh, well, you see, I was kicked out of the house just then. I thought you wanted this to happen. Wait, what are you on about? Why would I ever ask for you to get kicked out? Wait, so you're saying that there was some sort of misunderstanding? I thought that you wanted me gone from that house since you wanted as much space as you could get for when you move in, since you're pregnant. At least, that's what your mom told me. She just packed all of my things up and forced me to leave because of it. Hold on. There's no way she did that. And I didn't say anything like that. You're joking. Mom really said all of that? Well, yeah. She just put all of my things in these cardboard boxes and put them outside, telling me to leave. Hold on. Does Lachlan know about all of this? Well, I tried to get in contact with him, but he hasn't seemed to reply just yet. Though I guess he's never been particularly helpful at organizing any issues that arise between me and his mom. Sarah, be honest with me. Have you been treated badly by my mom over the time you've been living in that house? I'll be blunt about it. I have. I am a full-time worker, and yet she forces me to do every bit of housework as well as help her out in anything she needs. And I constantly get yelled at when it doesn't go her way. It doesn't help that Lachlan and his dad don't step up about it at all. I never knew. I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that. I should have checked in on you much sooner. I'm truly sorry. Don't worry about it. You lived in another city after all. I know it wouldn't have been easy to drop by just like that. And I think with your mom, she tends to be nicer whenever you're around. So that might be why you never noticed how cruel she can be towards others. I can't believe it. Wait, so what are you going to do now? Do you have a place to live in? Well, I booked a hotel for the night, but I don't really know what to do after tonight, to be honest. I suppose I could bring it up to my work and try and get into one of the office dorms, but I don't know how long the waiting list would be for that. I'm not entirely rich enough to just be able to drop a fortune and buy a new place right now. I don't know why she'd do such a thing. I mean, you're basically a part of the family. Why do you have to put up with all of this abuse at home? I'm going to confront Mom about all of this. Don't you worry about anything, okay? Well, maybe this was all just a blessing in disguise. I mean, there is absolutely a positive that came out of all of this. I know that it might be tough for me financially going forward, but I'd still rather that than having to go back to that house again, especially living with your mom. All right. Well, let me cover all of the hotel bills. Look, don't worry about it, Allison. I can do that much. Aw, come on. Don't tell me you forgot about my husband's work. He's the CEO that runs a branch of hotels, for God's sake. We can pay for your accommodation. Look, let me do at least that much. It is partially my responsibility, too. Thanks. That'd definitely help me out a ton right now. There's a hotel right in the middle of downtown. I heard it gets pretty good reviews, too. So I'll go ahead and book you into that one. Again, I'm so sorry that you had to deal with all of the abuse my family was putting on you. So please, get some relaxation in. You truly deserve it. Wait, but are you sure you don't need to ask your husband for permission first? I appreciate it all, but I don't want you to get in trouble for using his money. Oh, you're such a worrywart. Fine, I'll check. 1 second. You never can be too sure. Guess what? He says it's completely fine. He can book you in for as long as you like in any of the empty rooms. Are you sure about all of this? I really appreciate it, Allison. Please say thanks to your husband for me. Don't worry about it. You're being way too formal. It's a pretty good hotel, too, so I know you'll be able to get some nice relaxing in. Take all the time you need. Thanks. I seriously owe you one. All right. Now that that's sorted, I suppose I'll have to come up with a plan to confront my mom about all of this. You see, I don't know what you heard, but she was the one that wanted me back home in reality. Figures. I guess she lied about the whole thing. Yeah. Anyways, that's the whole reason why I'm back here with my husband now. I didn't think much of it at the start. I just thought Mom wanted to meet me before I gave birth. But to think it was all to kick you out. Ugh, it's sick. I hope she doesn't keep doing awful things like pester my husband for money or something.
Wait, what makes you say that?
Well, she knows that I married a CEO of a chain of hotels after all. Knowing her, she'll ask me to ask my husband to borrow some money or something. I'm already calling it. Ugh, I hope it doesn't become too much of a hassle to my husband.
I didn't think your mom was running low on money or anything. At least, not from what I saw living with her. She kicked me out after all. I was paying for her daily food expenses and whatnot. So surely she has enough money to look after herself.
Maybe it's just my gut instinct or something. I hope it doesn't go down that path. But I can't be sure with her now that I've seen what she's actually like. Anyways, I'll try doing some investigating on my end too. Again, there's nothing for you to worry about, Sarah.
Thanks. I really appreciate everything you've done for me.
Don't worry about it. All right, well, you have fun.
Hey, Sarah. You can come back if you'd like. See, there has been a change in plans.
What are you on about? You literally told me to move out so that you could accommodate Allison and her newborn.
She hasn't even had her child yet, right? Well, yes, but Allison is staying in the hospital right now, you see. And she's going to be there for a while until she has the baby. So I need you back here while that's happening. Sorry for the back and forth, but the plans have changed.
Why would I go back now of all times? You told me to leave. Do you understand what you did? I wasn't important enough because I wasn't directly your child, right?
Look, let's just push everything we've said out the window and start from scratch again. Please just come home. There's a space for you now, so there's nothing you need to worry about, okay? What's the problem all of a sudden? You wanted to live here, right? Where do I even begin?
I don't have any plans on going back to that house of yours anytime soon. That's my final decision, and that will not be changing.
What are you on about? What are you going to do about Lachlan then? He's your husband, for God's sake. You're not intending to live with the man you're married to?
See, I've decided that I will be filing a divorce with him and putting an end to all of this.
You're kidding!
I've done my end of the documentation, so now it's his turn, but he doesn't get around to it at all. I wonder what's taking him so long. He's always so slow at getting around to everything. That's one thing I always disliked about him. I suppose he doesn't want to admit that he was the one in the wrong and was directly responsible for his marriage falling apart. But this is a mutual document, so I'll be getting him to do his end of the deal no matter what.
Wait, you're rushing things, dear. You need to rethink all of this. Why would Lachlan be an issue in any of this? You can hate me all you want, but I thought you two got along.
Well, I mean, for one, even though you were the main cause of harassment at home, he knew that you were doing that to me, and yet he never stood up once. If anything, he'd always be the one that sided with you every single time.
I think that's more than a reason to divorce him if he's advocating your kind of behavior. Wait, you're telling me that's the entire reason you're going to cut him out of your life? If anything, I thought there would have been some other reason.
What are you talking about, Adriana? Don't tell me there's something else that comes to mind when you think about reasons for me divorcing him.
No, nothing in particular. Don't worry about it, dear. I was just wondering if you're sure you want to make such a life-changing choice just from one mishap that happened in your relationship.
Oh, well, I suppose if you want to go there, then we totally can too. He was cheating, wasn't he? With another woman.
Where did you get that idea from?
Don't play dumb. I know you know about this whole situation too. Though I guess it's none of my business at this point. He can have fun with any woman he wants.
You knew? How did you find out, though?
Well, your daughter did a bit of research on Lachlan, you see. She was doing all of that digging around during her pregnancy, too. It's genuinely respectable.
So, you were on her side? That's why all of this happened.
Why are you trying to blame me as the victim all of a sudden? Trust me, I've known Allison for much longer than you think. I know that she's a trustworthy person, unlike me. If anything, she was the one that introduced me to her brother, Lachlan. She was furious that you went ahead and lied about me being a disturbance during her pregnancy test.
So, you found out, huh? Whatever. So what?
So who is this woman that Lachlan is cheating on me with? I don't really care, but there's a part of me that's slightly curious.
Well, that doesn't particularly matter to you, does it?
I suppose so. Depending on how much you were willing to share, I was planning on helping you out to an extent. But I suppose you weren't interested in my offer. Anyways, that about does it for me. I won't be messaging you anymore.
Wait, hold on. I'll tell you everything. Just don't rush off like that, please.
Okay, so tell me. Who is this mystery woman?
She's the daughter of the CEO that my husband's company works for. And he didn't particularly think too highly of Lachlan doing that, you see.
Go on.
And to make things much worse, the daughter really liked my son, and she found out that he was already married, which made things very messy. She blackmailed Lachlan, asking for 100 grand if he didn't want her dad knowing about what had happened.
Sheesh. Talk about a situation to get yourself into. Well, thanks for the information, but I don't think I'll be able to help you with that one.
Hold on! You promised you'd help us out! What was up with that? I did my part. Now do your part. That was the deal.
You really believe those empty words? I had no intention of helping you from the very beginning. But that clears up some things. You asked for Allison and her husband to come back home so that you could borrow money and pay that blackmail debt off. And you didn't want me to hear about it because then I'd learn about the fact that my husband cheated. Does that about sum up everything?
Well, I suppose there isn't much I can do about it if you've figured out this much. But as if I'd let an amazing housewife like you run away from us like this.
I don't know what you have planned, but nothing is going to work at this point, Adriana. I know that both you and your son are the most vile people I know. There's no way I'll ever go back to doing your house chores. Not to mention, I don't feel sorry for either of you for getting blackmailed like that.
So, you're really not coming back? Please! You need to help me.
No plans at all. I get it now. You couldn't get Allison and your husband to help you out with your financial problems, so you're trying to get me back as a last resort. Why would I ever help either of you out?
But tomorrow's the deadline. If we don't pay the amount to her by then, she's going to spread it to everyone and her father will find out. And if that happens, my husband won't be able to work with them anymore, meaning his company will go bankrupt. Not to mention, you know that Lachlan works under him. So he'll lose his job too. Who's going to pay for the daily expenses here if that happens? We used to be family. We need help, so please.
Oh, so now I'm family when it's convenient for you? Is that what we're doing? Let's not play this game. I can just abandon you right now and I won't feel bad about it one bit.
I'm sorry. I suppose you're right. Look, I'll apologize for all of the things I did to you over the past months. So please, forgive me. It's fine if you and Lachlan want to split up after this, but we just need the help right now.
Oh, wait, I completely forgot. But I'll just be adding to your financial debt, since I'll be asking Lachlan to pay for the entire divorce bills. He can't get mad. He was the person directly responsible for this happening after all.
Wait, you can't be serious.
What are you on about? Of course he's going to be paying that. I can't go on like this. The emotional pain that I felt from his betrayal. I don't know if I can recover.
Now you're just exaggerating. Stop goofing around. This is all serious.
I stole that one from your book. Well, seems like karma got back to you all of a sudden. Enjoy!
Sure, I treated you terribly throughout the months we've known each other. But I truly regret not realizing sooner how much of a helpful woman you were to both my son and I. And I do promise from the bottom of my heart that none of that abuse will ever happen again. So, please, I'll ask you one more time. Will you come home? Let's go back to all being family once again. I beg of you.
I'm sorry. I'm sick right now, so I won't be able to go back to your place anytime soon.
What sort of sickness? We'll do everything we can to support you.
Yeah, it's a little something called pollen allergies. You might have heard about it before. It's super dangerous. It can make people lose their life if you aren't careful. the end, they obviously couldn't get the promised 100 grand to pay back to the woman Lachlan cheated on me with. And just as expected, her father blurted out what had happened to their entire company, which of course led to the collapse of Lachlan's father's company from losing such a powerful ally in the market share, leaving Lachlan himself to end up being jobless. And to top it off, he needed to pay for our divorce papers, pushing him further into debt. The situation at home wasn't any better either. His parents ended up getting into a fight, which led to a divorce. So all three of them ended up living terrible lives by themselves. On the other hand, Allison gave birth to a healthy baby and ended up going back home with her husband. I ended up leaving the hotel I'd been staying at after everything had settled and moved into a small, cozy apartment for myself. I suppose everything ended up going well in the end for me. In a way, I slightly miss all of that chaos. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the channel for more daily uploads.